All right, so welcome everybody. Hello, hello. I'm very excited to see everybody this evening. We have everybody muted right now, and we're just going to do that so that when people are joining, they don't have to worry about kids crying in the background. That might happen here, but yeah, that's what happens. Yeah, so welcome. My name is Carissa. For those of you who don't know me, I am a leader here in Chestermere, Alberta. And I am super excited that everybody's here to join us this evening for our Silver to Associate call. It's going to be a phenomenal evening, and we have a lot of great information to share with you tonight. So we're going to start off the evening. I'm just going to tell you guys a quick little bit about myself. My name, like I said, is Carissa, and I live in Chestermere here. I've been with the company for a couple of years, and I was introduced to the product prior to the business or anything else by my good friend Dana Wasdell, who you're going to hear from this evening. Dana brought a product to me, and she told me that it was going to help me with one of the problems I was having while I was pregnant, and it was a phenomenal product. You've probably heard about it. It's Body Silk, obviously. You're an associate, you're in the business, you know what products we have now. Love Body Silk. She brought it to me. She got me using it. I absolutely loved it. After I was finished using it, I had another skin issue. She brought Skincerity to me. Skincerity did not only what she said it would do, but a whole lot more, which was really exciting. And after hearing the opportunity and trying our products and seeing that their products that worked, I was so excited to join the company. When I joined the company, I kept saying to people that I didn't want a business, but then a business grew because this business is all about sharing. It's all about referrals, and that's what's really exciting because we're excited to grow this business with you by sharing. So that's a little bit about me. I am going to introduce you to my friend Dana. Dana is the person who got me interested in the product. She's the person who got me interested in the business, and we are great friends. We are always talking on a daily basis, and yeah, here we are. Miss Dana Wasdell, take it away.
Thank you, Carissa. Okay, so Mandy, Chris, and I actually got together after listening in on a call that another team does similar to this. So we spent about 2 hours, the three of us, on the phone the other night, kind of working through how we would like to see these calls go, what would be most beneficial to everybody. We definitely want to keep it open forum. So if you have questions, please let us know. We're going to keep it open forum as much as we can. And we're just going to kind of go through, we've got about 5 steps of things that we want to talk about. So I get to talk about the first thing. And we're going to talk a little bit about the importance of auto ship. So I know all of you know what auto ship is. Carmen's brand new. So this would be the most, she'll be the most recent person learning about this right now. But I think it's extremely important that everybody understand how important auto ship is. Auto ship is your business. So if you're not getting 100 PV, and PV means personal volume, if you're not getting 100 PV every month, every 28 days, then you're not on auto ship, and you're not active. And if you're not active, you can't make money. You just can't. 9 out of the 10 ways, I guess, if you choose to sell products, you can make money that way. If you have inventory at home, but the other 9 out of 10 ways of pay are not accessible to you if you're not on auto ship. What most people don't understand is without auto ship, you also can't really claim this as a business. So that's why we call it our auto business or our auto write-off, because it really is your business. You have to have that in order to be in business. At the end of the year when you do your taxes, you can write off that auto ship. It's a part of your write-off, but you really need it. So it's important for you to understand how important that auto ship is. Don't let that auto ship fail. I know that when I first started, I think I came in, it was a Saturday or Friday that I came into the business, and that very first month, Mandy's like, just in case, let's move your auto ship to a Monday or a Tuesday. Newcerity's awesome this way, you guys. If for something happened with your credit card, whether it expired or you had something go wrong at the bank, whatever it is, if for some reason your auto ship didn't go through, you actually have till the end of that week, till 11:59 on the Sunday, to place that order, and they won't take your volume from you. So just keep that in mind. They're really, really good that way. Another really important reason for auto ship, our business is the products. you need the products. You need to be able to use the products. It's one of the best income producing activities that our company has because our products actually work. So if you're using them, people are going to notice, or you're going to notice, and it will make you more excited to talk about it. I know some of you have been in this business, Mandy, like 5 years, Antimo 5 years, Lori 5 years. A lot of you have been around for a long time. When I first started, I didn't take before pictures, because I didn't believe that it was actually going to make that big of a difference for my face. I kick myself now because some of the before and after pictures out there are mind-boggling. So even if you've been doing it for 5 years or 5 minutes, try taking some pictures and just see what happens to your skin in the next week, month, year, whatever it is. Try taking those pictures and make sure every single time you introduce the products to people, you're getting them to take before and after pictures, whether they're getting in for the business or not. I think it's important. So I actually gave a bottle to Skincerity to a lady in Chestermere who her son got a really bad burn. And I messaged her and I said, like, I don't even want you to buy this product from me. I just want to offer it to you in exchange for some before and after pictures because I know how well it's going to help him and I would hate to see him have a scar. So if you have that, if you have people, customers, they want to help you, whether they want to be in your business or not. So make sure you're using the products. That's why we have the 2 bottles. When Nucerity originally started, there was only one product, Skincerity. So it was a 2-bottle auto ship, which is your 100 volume, so that you could use one and you could sell one. So if money is tight or you want to make sure that you're accumulating that money back every month, sell one. The auto ship in Alberta is about $170 a month. You can sell a bottle of Skincerity for $120 and you've recouped already the vast majority of what that auto ship cost you. If you want more about that or if you guys have questions, anytime, please let me know. Carissa or Mandy, have I missed anything about auto ship that either one of you want to maybe jump in here and say?
No, I agree. It's our auto business. It's your auto product to use for yourself and write off at the end of the year, which is pretty amazing. If you're using the product yourself, you're able to write it off at the end of the year, and then your product is essentially free for you. So I think that that's a really exciting way to get the product in your hands and show people what it's doing.
Perfect. I think you were going to talk about the list. Hey, Carissa?
Yeah, absolutely. So the second thing we like to tell new distributors when they're coming into the business is that if they're going to be building the business and they are going to be on auto ship and they want to make some money with this business, is that you got to start off by creating a list. Like I mentioned before, network marketing and Nucerity is basically a referral business. So you got to get out there and you got to start talking to people. So that means you need to write down at least 200 people on a list of paper or in your phone or wherever you'd like to keep it. This list is essentially your go-to. You will be adding people to it constantly. It's something that you're going to keep in your life for the duration of your life in this business because your list is forever growing. You're always meeting new people. And I know people think that 200 sounds like a really big number, but I can guarantee you that if you go to your Facebook, you have more than 200 friends on there right now. So go and check it out. Write down every single person you know, every single person. Do not prejudge those people. Do not put any type of thought into it. You just write down every single person you know. You write down your accountant, you write down babysitters, you write down friends and family, you write down literally every single person you know, the lady who serves you your Starbucks, whatever it might be, people you see on a regular basis, you're building relationships with them, you write them down. So once you have your list of 200 people, we like to tell our teams that we'd like for them to break them into 3 groups of 10. Now these 3 groups of 10 are going to be your top 10 lists that you're going to start working with right away. The first thing I want you to do is I want you to go through your list of 200 people and I want you to circle the top 10 people from your list that if you had to pick people to work with every single day and spend time and talk to every day, who those 10 people would be. They are the most important 10 people on your list. They're the people you want to work with because that's the exciting part about Nucerity. You get to pick who you want to work with. That's why we like Nucerity. That's why Nucerity is amazing. So go through, circle those 10 people. Then I want you to go through that same list, and I want you to find 10 different people that you think need or want the product. 10 people that maybe you think might have a skin issue, or maybe they need our wellness product with Elite, and you circled those 10 people. Those are going to be the people that you think the most want or need our product. Then I want you to go through, and I want you to circle those last 10 people. Those last 10 people are the people that you think want a business. They want to be a part of something bigger. We don't really want people, you know, people who need this business, but 9 times out of 10, those people are not going to want it for themselves. You want the people who want this business, who want to make money. So circle those 10 people. Then that's your list. That's where you start. That's where you start reaching out. Those are the people that you start approaching, building a closer relationship with, and getting them onto the 3-way call. So the next thing we're going to talk about, the third thing on our list tonight, is the importance of the 3-way call. 3-way calls are crucial to our business. It is how we get the message out there. And Dana and Mandy, maybe you guys can elaborate just a little bit more, just tell me like your favorite parts, or like why that you guys think the 3-way call is so important. Maybe Mandy, we'll start with you.
Sure. One reason I like the 3-way call, especially when you're new, all the newbies on the call right now, is you get to learn while you earn. So once you get your 3-way call going, when you sit back, hit mute, you can sit back and listen, and you can learn everything that you're hearing. If you have questions, I guess we suggest, write them down so you don't forget, but we really don't want you to interrupt the call, but we want to talk to you after and make sure you get your questions answered after. But that's the great thing about being new, is you can sit back and let us do the work at the beginning when you don't know as much, and you get to learn the whole time. Just sit back and listen and write notes and learn. So earn while you learn.
For me, I think probably the biggest thing for 3-way calls, and it doesn't really matter what side of the spectrum I'm on, whether I'm the person that's presenting to somebody's guest, or whether I'm the person that's brought a guest onto a 3-way call. Every time I go on a 3-way call or conference call, every time I go on, I get excited. Like I get this like funny, fiery feeling in my belly, because the people that you're talking to get excited and they start to ask questions. And if you're the presenter in that situation, you feel like you've been able to give some knowledge, not only to the person, like Mandy said, not only to the person that's been brought on the call as a guest, but also to those distributors. So I love that we work together. There's a couple of things about 3-way calls that I think are really important. And I know, Chris, you're going to talk about this too, but it's really, really important that you introduce both of the people. So if you're the distributor and you're setting up this call and you've got a guest and you've asked Mandy or Lori or Juanita or myself, whoever, to come on and present for you, you need to make sure that you introduce both parties at the beginning of the call and edify both of them. So let's just say, Mandy's bringing Carissa on a call. Chris is the guest and I'm the presenter. When Mandy brings us on together, Mandy needs to say, Dana, this is my friend Carissa. I brought her on the call tonight because I really want her to hear some information about our products. She has a few questions about them. That gives me information about what she's asking for. And then she needs to say to Carissa, this is my friend Dana. Her and I have been working together at this business for the last 2 years. We've had a ton of fun. She's extremely knowledgeable, and please don't be afraid to ask any questions. So in that case, both parties have been edified. And then the really important part at the end of the call, for me as the presenter, I have to edify Mandy to her guests and say how fantastic Mandy is and how well she's done in this business and how much she's grown and how much she really loves the products. Find a way to edify that person, because then their guest is going to be like, oh, she's really done a great job. She's learned so much. And what all of us forget, because we all want to talk, we all love to talk. What we forget, I never listened to a word Mandy said to me about Nucerity. And Carissa never listened to a word I said to her about Nucerity. But the minute you put somebody on the phone or in front of a television or on a Zoom call like this with somebody that they don't know, their ears open and their mouths close. It's just instinct. It's not that people are rude. They just automatically will listen to somebody that they don't know way better. So it's not an insult on Mandy that she needs me as help. It's not that at all. What it is Chris is going to hear it way better from me than she will from her friend or coworker, whoever it is. So it's extremely, extremely important. And the power of the three-way call, you guys, I know that a lot of you are moms. I know a lot of you either have other jobs or other businesses or whatever it is. We can't be everywhere all the time. We, however, can sit at home with a glass of wine or Elite in our pajamas or just a shirt if you really want to have no pants on and have a call with people and build our businesses from the comfort of our homes. That's powerful. That's powerful beyond words. I love the interaction. I love going to the meetings, mostly because I want to see all of you. But the power in our business is built through that three-way call, Zoom meetings, calls like this. So, Chris, I know you have a few other things about the call you wanted to talk about.
Absolutely. I was just going to add a couple more things. Like, I totally agree. I think that there is nothing better than getting on a three-way call with one of my friends and getting the information to them while I sit at home in my pajamas or while they sit at home with their kids, and everybody is getting the information and spending time together. And it's a business built my way, which I think is just, and their way, which is amazing, and it's huge, and it's so important. So a couple of highlights that we just want to talk about with the three-way call that we think are really important and we want people to remember while you're doing the three-way calls is that we always want you to introduce your speaker or your presenter to your guest as your friend, not as your business partner, not as the presenter. Always going to be, hi, this is my friend Lori who's on the call tonight. She's going to explain a little bit about Nucerity and our products to you. That way it's way more comfortable. People know that you're not trying to sell them. It's just information, and they're really just there to get what they need out of the call and leave the rest. So like Dana mentioned, we always want to be edifying, and edifying does not have to be a novel, but it does have to be exciting, and it does need to be positive. So when you're introducing somebody, you might not know a whole lot about me if I'm doing a call for you, but you know what? You can tell them that I'm a mom, I live in Chestermere, and I love doing this business. That's all you have to tell them. And you don't even have to say business. I just love Nucerity because I love everything about it. So little things like that are going to go a long way. Once the edification is done, like Dana said, and you've introduced the speaker and the guest, mute yourself and don't jump in until the call is done, because your friend or your coworker or your guest, whoever your guest may be, they're going to get the information best from your speaker. And it's just the way that it is, and it's amazing, and I love seeing it happen. It is so funny to me. I could tell you stories for days about my aunts and my mom who don't hear anything that come out of mine or my cousin's mouths, but the minute Tish gets on the phone, let me tell you, they are listening, and that's fabulous. So we also wrote down a verbiage, like a little interaction that I think would be really helpful when you're nervous about asking people to get on a three-way call with you, because I think that that's really important. I think sometimes we get hung up on the actual invite to the three-way call. And so one that I think works really well is you can just reach out to people and say, I want you to hear about Nucerity the way I heard about it and the way I like to share it, and that's by getting on a call with my friend. And if you just say to them, I want you to hear it the way I heard it, that shows them that it's just a safe environment. You're letting them hear the information. It's the way you heard it. They know, love, and trust you, so they're going to jump on that call with you. We need to push past the fear of the calls. It's really scary at the beginning, and we always get nervous and sweaty, but that's just the way it is. Push past it. It's the best thing for your business. It is massive action to be doing these calls. So let's get out there. Like Dana said before, we are never too busy to do a three-way call with you. We want to do them. Don't use the excuse that you think we might be busy. Call anyways. There's always one of us kicking around that wants to do a call with you. So always reach out to us and stay excited. Excitement is huge. Excitement builds momentum. And I'm excited. Like, I'm excited as a presenter to get on a call with somebody. Let them hear the excitement in your voice. Let them hear the excitement in you using the products. Excitement is massive. So get out there and be excited about your business, and people are going to want to be a part of it. Dana, do you want to talk about what it takes to rank to silver? Because this is the Associate to Silver call. So we really want to tell people what it takes to get to silver and kind of the bonus of getting to silver, what it's going to get for you.
Yeah, I will. Mandy, can you share your screen? Do you have the little thing that you made for us? Can you?
Yep, I can do that for you.
Okay, while Mandy's doing that, I'm just going to talk a little bit. So obviously we already talked about you get enrolled and then you stay active with your auto ship. The other part of that now is to start building your team. So you have a left team and a right team. So Mandy's put this up. Mandy made this she kind of stole it from our back office, but this is sort of what it looks like, okay? So to go from associate, which is what you are the day you start before you've done anything, that's you in the top in the purple, to start building to silver, which gets you a whole bunch of ways of pay, you have to build a left team and a right team. Now, technically, you only have to personally sponsor or personally bring in 2 people, 1 for each side. I know that there's 3 people there, but that's just kind of showing the duplication that after you bring your 2 people in, you're going to help them bring people in, and that will also help. And then underneath there, you see where it says 1,000 CV. So CV is commissionable volume, and PV, what we talked about before, that's your personal volume, that's your auto ship. So you need 1,000 CV on each leg. Now, you don't have to buy that yourself, and you don't have to personally bring in the people that bring that in. If you bring in 1 on each side and then you help them, the collective commissionable volume has to equal 1,000, and that's in a 28-day cycle. So I like at the bottom there where Mandy put 250 CV per week. So if you've got 250 CV a week going through your business on each side, then you're automatically going to be silver. It really isn't a ton of volume. If you want to break it down, that's 2 people that come in with the Founders Pack. Like Carmen, I know, just came in. She purchased the Founders Pack. The Founders Pack is worth 500 volume. So when Carmen came in, that 500 volume flowed up the tree to everybody. From me all the way up through Auntie Mo and everybody in between, all the way up to Mandy, okay? So 5 years worth of people, which is, Mandy, what is that, like about maybe 400, 500 people on our lake? Something like that for you?
I think I have about 8. Well, on your leg, it's probably 700, yeah.
So about 700 people would have seen that volume. So that's why we say it's really important. Now, that's 2 packs, or 250 volume could be 2.5 people just buying their auto ship that week, right? So remember that volume is auto ships, but it is also new people enrolling, or let's say you're a distributor and you have a distributor under you on the right, and that person has a couple of customers that buy stuff. That customers volume also can all be joined together. So commissionable volume is any product purchased by anybody on your team. It all flows uphill to everybody. Did that make sense? Does everybody understand that? So you need, for silver, 1 on the left, 1 on the right, and 250 volume per week, calculating up. Does that make sense, everybody?
Yes.
Mandy or Carissa, anything you want me to add to that what you actually need to be silver?
Nope.
I think you got her.
Awesome. I know that you guys want to talk a little bit about the staying connected and how important it is to be on the calls and stuff. So you guys go ahead and talk about, Carissa, talk about that.
Awesome. Okay, so part of building your business, like we're kind of highlighting the most important parts this evening, and the parts that are really going to help you build to silver. And that's what's important. Building to silver is huge. So get out there. We want you to get out there, and we want you to be on auto ship. That's the #1 thing. Be on auto ship. 2, build your list. 3, get on the 3-way calls. Start doing them. Get people on those calls. This is going to bring massive action to your business. 4, we want you to start watching the volume. Keep us in the loop about what's going on with your volume, how close you're getting, all that fun stuff, because if we can help in any way, we're going to try our best to do so. And then the fifth thing is staying connected. Staying connected is almost as important as your auto ship, because when you stay connected to your team, you feed off the energy, you feed off the excitement, everybody helps each other, and we do this together. And that is so important. So we want people to be reaching out. We want people to be reaching out on Generating Gems. We want people to be reaching out on WhatsApp groups, on Facebook, talking to people, texting people, always in the know, always be talking to people. If you need help with verbiage, stay connected, get connected with us. The one thing is that if you have new people coming into this business, you have new distributors coming into the business, they need to be on this call on Thursday nights. This call is going to be a constant every Thursday night. We're going to talk about these important steps. We're going to talk about what it is to be on AutoShip, what it is to build a list, what it is to be doing a three-way call. And that is going to help these new distributors build their business. And that's what's important, is helping them duplicate, helping them build their business, helping them make a paycheck. We want to help you guys do that. So get on this call. If you have distributors getting on this call, I want everybody else who's here right now to also be on that call. If you have a new person coming on, I want you to be there for support. If you don't have a new distributor coming on and you just need to hear the info again, come on the call every Thursday night. It's going to be here. We are going to get on the Facebook Lives. It's going to be stored in Facebook. You can always go back to them. So number one, everybody should be on this call. Every new distributor should be on this call. That's the most important. Second thing, every new distributor that comes into this company needs to be added to Generating Gems. That is our Facebook group that is going to have the most action happening to it. So if you have new people coming in as a distributor, you want them to be added to Generating Gems. That way, they're going to see all the promos that come out from our company. They're going to see when we're having the Associate to Silver calls. They're going to get all of the information in Generating Gems. Don't overwhelm them by adding them to every single group that you are currently a part of if you've been in this company for 5 years. That is going to shut them right down. There's a lot of activity that happens. We don't want that happening. So only add them to Generating Gems and go forward from there. We are going to set up a testimonial page. I haven't gotten around to it yet, but we are going to be setting up a Generating Gems testimonial page. This page will be for Generating Gems distributors to share testimonials with their friends, their family, people who want to see what the products can do. What we're asking is, if you are going to use the testimonial page, to please ask permission before adding somebody to that group, because nobody wants to be added to a group and not be asked first, if that's okay. Make sure you get permission, and then be following up with those people you're adding to that group within the first 48 hours. Get their questions answered. Make sure they're actually looking around in there. Touch base with them and make sure that they're seeing the info that they need to see. Maybe you put them in there for a specific before and after. Tag them in that photo so that they can at least see what's going on there. And then lastly, the corporate calls on Monday night. Corporate calls on Monday night are super, super important, because the Getting Started call is on there. And the Getting Started call is your best start to this business. Just like the Associate to Silver call, we want people on there. You're going to get the whole inside scoop about our business, our back office, ranks, all that fun stuff. It's all going to be in there. And then after that call, we have another call, and it goes through the rank advancements. It goes through the promos. It is a bunch of great information. If you do miss that call, like we mentioned, that information is going to be in Generating Gems. Mandy does an amazing job on keeping us in the loop with that, and I know that she will in the future, and Dana and I will work on it as well. And then lastly, if you have questions at all, reach out to any one of us on Facebook. You can see our names on the Zoom right now. Look us up. Type us in on Facebook. Add us as a friend. Reach out to us. Send us a private message if you need to. We're here to help you. We're your leaders. We're your upline. We want to be there. We want to help you. And we just are super excited to get this going. Everybody wants to make extra money in the summer. So let's get out there and let's get doing it. Is there anything you girls want to add about the staying connected or the call in general?
Oh.
Yeah, we talked about those two. I know that Krista goes on the morning momentum call. There's other options for calls. So if that Monday night call doesn't work, like for me, being a Monday to Friday job, it's hard for me. But there are other things. We don't need to give that all tonight, but just remember that if for some reason you can't get on that Monday night call because that doesn't work for you, we do another team call with Tish on Sundays, or there's the morning momentum call. I know Lori and Antimo and Carissa, probably Juanita too. I think you guys all get on that morning call. It's not easy for me. I can't do that call. But if something that we are doing isn't working for you, we can help you find something else. And one thing that Carissa missed on that, all the things that you have to do, every day use the products. Every day. Every day, every day, every day. And it doesn't have to be all the products. Just if there's two that you love, use the two that you love. Just use them religiously. Because they work if we use them, you guys. They really do. They don't work if they stay in the bottle at home, but they really do work if you're using them every day. So,
and we're our biggest billboards. Like we are what people see. We're talking to people. People come up to you and say like, "Oh my gosh, your skin has changed. You know, what have you been doing?" They're going to ask you. So
yeah, and create that buzz. I think that's it. Like everybody just have some fun with it. I would love to see this call grow every week. So that means every week we got to find somebody new to bring on. So yeah, let's get people growing. Let's get this call growing where every week we have a couple of new faces so that we know that our teams are building that way, right? There's lots of other people that are part of the Diamond Run for whatever reason they can't be on tonight, but we're gonna all work together as a team, the group of us, and keep bringing people in and let's utilize each other and let's have some fun with it.
Awesome. All right, thanks everybody for being here tonight. I'm gonna end the call now and have a great rest of the week. We will see everybody next Thursday with new people. Yeah. Okay, bye guys. Have fun.
Thanks, girls. That was awesome.
Sounds good. Bye guys.
Great call.